Hi again, my name's Kasich. Welcome to another video. Last video we talked about Runaway, a beautiful tale between Ragnos and Sequesters, and today we're talking about Eternal Consequence. This song is honestly such an amazing song. I love it so much, and it involves two characters. One that is, well, you're gonna hear more about him a lot, and one who you just hear about in this song. Now, the main character of the song, his name is Emrys Finnegan. He's an immortal, and he's lived a very long life, immortal. And the other one is Fala Daraguth. This song is extremely powerful. It speaks of Emrys's life, at least the part of it where he sees the repetition of history, repetition of bloodshed, the repetition of the fate of what every human or people go through, the consequence that seems to always repeat itself eternally, eternal consequence. The song starts off like this.
Oh, I've listened, I've heard enough. You want forgiveness, I'm not the one.
This is Fala's voice. Fala's telling Emrys they used to work together. They used to be part of a group called the Balur Riders. I'm not going to go into explain what those people are, but let's just say they are a group of people who sought to help out the people who are less fortunate. But at nighttime, I'm getting a call. Bastards made me lose my train of thought. Anyways, Fala, he's talking to Emrys. They're part of a group called Balur Riders. They help people, but at nighttime, they kill people. People who are bad people. People who are high up in the world who've done injustices, and they go out and target those people. They're not all goody two-shoes. Everyone got their dark side to them, and the Balur Riders, blah-da-da-da-da. Anyways, Fala was one of the captains, or used to work under the captain, Emrys Finnegan. Now, Emrys, a lot of people don't know that he's immortal. He doesn't like to mention it too often. But in this song, he's had enough. Fala's talking to him and telling him, I've listened, I've heard enough. You want forgiveness, I'm not the one. And then again, he goes to Emrys and says the next following line.
You there? Did you hear a word I said? You there? Do you want to end up dead? Are you there? Please just wake up.
And the drop's about to happen. And that's the moment Emrys realizes, like, this guy clearly doesn't know who he's talking to right now. So let me flex a little bit. And Emrys tells him, eternal's my rest, eternal's my slumber. Don't you forget, eternal's forever. And then it goes to the chorus, which one of my favorite choruses I've ever written in any of my songs. It's just so good. Ready for it? Listen.
Don't you forget, eternal's forever, forever. When the rivers turn red, I won't care again. From my family to monsters to friends again. I've seen empires fall, kingdoms that rose, and with their greed, hungry for gold.
This chorus is extremely important. He's telling Fala, the rivers will run red again, with bloodshed. People will hurt each other. War will happen. It's the reality of humanity. And over what? Gold, money, greed. And at the end of the day, greed is what, at least for me in my philosophy, in my writing, greed turns the world rotten. But it's something that's so deeply baked into humanity that the ones who are most powerful can't help but be greedy, and that ruins the world. But I digress. So this song truly is an understanding of these people here. Emrys understands what's going on, and he's trying to convey this to Fala, who's clearly unaware. Fala's not immortal. Now, you might be thinking, Kasich, we were in the Wild West before, then we went to the ocean. Where is this taking place? Now, the Balur Riders, it takes place in the grasslands. Now, the grasslands are vast open areas. These are folks that have caravans, and they live off the land, and they go around to all different areas. But the grasslands is where they mainly come from, and where they take camp. And this happened for a couple of years. There's also other characters that you might find later on were part of the Balur Riders that connect to these characters, but for now, that's all you need to know. Emrys Finnegan is an incredibly important person in the world, and a lot of what happens afterwards is extremely important as well. Now, this is also a little bit in the past. For us, it's way in the past, but or not way in the past, but for us, it's a little bit in the past, and for Emrys, this is just like this, because immortality is, as we all know, or we should know, is a curse, not a blessing. This song continues to tell us a lot of the ideals or ideas that Emrys carries with him. In the second verse, it goes, firelight burning in the sea again. None would save the dead man if he wasn't dying. Overlook the anger of the ones you love. You feel alone when you're hurting. First and foremost, I'm a writer. These are deeply, deeply true things that a lot of people don't realize. Think about the first thing that's said here. Firelight burning in the sea again. This is a signal in the lost. People who might call out for help in the sea of just being overlooked. It's burning again. Something is calling to Emrys saying, again, this is me saying, I don't want to be here anymore. Immortality was definitely a curse, and now I have to be here for it. And he says in the next line, none would save the dead man if he wasn't dying. Now, people might think, obviously, why would you help the dead man if he wasn't dying? Well, it seems that you only want to help people when they are dying, not like hurting, dying. You know when they say a dead man walking? Well, a dead man walking is a thing, but you don't talk about a living man walking, right? But a dead man walking, someone might be like, all right, you know what? This guy is dying. He's at the last straw. He might want to, let's help him now. But Emrys is like, what if someone doesn't show that they're dying? What if they're not just visibly dying? No one saves the person who's just sitting in a corner, quiet to themselves, being misunderstood. No one's helping that person. And Emrys is saying this is the reality of the world. And he says in the next one, overlook the anger of the ones you love. You feel alone when you're hurting. It's like you might forgive the anger of the people you love, even though it hurts you. And now that they've got their anger out on you, you can sit by yourself. And that's when you're hurt, because you're alone, because you don't really have anyone around you. Again, this is a musical that, I've worked very hard on, and it describes a lot about my life. And every one of these characters comes from a place of myself and what I've been through in my life. I feel like it makes it more genuine like that. And that's the only place I have to draw off of, myself. And this is a reality of the world. This is something that people don't really understand or get, but they always felt inside. And it makes us relate to this immortal, even though he doesn't want to be immortal anymore, because it's a curse. Worse things happen to Emrys in later on his life. Some people know. I'm not going to explain that here. Moving on. And then the line continues where Vala is not understanding, so he says these words here.
You there, who could pacify your shame? You there, are you gonna take the blame? You there.
And that's Vala saying, again, those words, you there, who could pacify your shame? You there, are you gonna take the blame? It's like, in a way, Emrys complains about the reality and the repeating of history while he's also a part of it. Now that Vala knows he's immortal, he's like, so you've seen all this stuff and you've been through all these things, and you're saying, when the rivers turn red, I won't care again, which means you cared before, which means, ironically, you are part of that history, as I am myself. There's a deeper understanding in this immortal's life now. And now he realizes this is just the world. It's almost as if free will is taken from the repeating of time and repeating of history, and he's part of that cycle. And he's stuck in that cycle, which is not the best for him, but that's his reality. Eternal Consequence is a song that describes Vala and Emrys' relationship and talks about the realities and ideas that Emrys has in his life, including this part of the song where they have a falling out in a way. They have a falling out in a way, and maybe after this, the Blue Riders have a little, have something to work on. Anyways, that's the entire video. If you liked the video and you liking these videos so far, thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of you guys aren't subscribed, so make sure you subscribe down below, and also hit that post notification bell, because I want you guys to know when I'm uploading and when new videos are coming out, because more videos are coming out. Leave a like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.
Red, I won't care again. From my family to monsters to friends again. I've seen empires fall, kingdoms that rose, and when they're green,